So the options really are support small businesses and people who are doing good work in their communities, circulating dollars within their communities, and are doing way less damage to the planet, or support corporations and billionaires who ruin everything. I want to make it clear, I'm not saying that capitalism is going to save us, but it does make a huge difference if we reallocate our dollars, if we stop spending so much money on corporations that are clearly only out for the bottom line and for their shareholders. It will send a message like we have a collective power in what we purchase, and there's a lot of swaps you can make. And I'm not saying that everyone can do this, and I'm not saying that everyone has access to products or that every small business is capable of handling thousands and thousands of products. But I am saying that funneling all the money to the top is not helping us. Trickle-down economics is not real. We're all feeling the pinch. What happens when big companies price gouge and strangle, make everyday goods unaffordable. We're also seeing a lot of pollution due to these bigger businesses that just really have no accountability and don't care. And they have a lot of money to continue perpetuating that. So I'm going to introduce you to a bunch of small businesses today that I have personally interacted with, whether it be in person or online. Honestly, internet friends is a real thing. I've met some amazing people online that have supported me and that I've supported as well. I try to group them with some kind of significance to each other, because some people sell things that you can ingest, some people sell things that go in your body, some people sell beauty products that are just for your nails, jewelry. One thing that will not be in this video is clothing, because I think clothing is like a whole nother thing. So I will talk about small ethical clothing brands at a different time. But today we're just going to talk about products that you can buy. It is currently the 2024 holiday season. So maybe you can catch some of these products to buy for gifts. Maybe you could buy some of these products for yourself. Either way, supporting a small business is great. And I call this a haul / anti-haul just because I'm showing a lot of things, but I don't want it to seem like I just went and shopped and splurged over a bunch of different businesses. A lot of these businesses, honestly, I've owned over a period of months. And so I'm just kind of pulling them together to show them here. Some of them are going to be gifts for people in the holiday season. Some of them are used every day. Some of them I haven't used yet. And so I wouldn't be able to tell you like, oh, how this has paid off for me just yet. But what I have done is met the owner, interact with the owner, and believed in the mission enough to support and give the product a try for myself. Also, none of this is medical advice. I know some of these are like medicinal tincture type stuff, and I'm not like giving anyone medical advice. I'm not giving anyone any legal advice or anything like that. I just want to clear my bases on that. I shop small, shop Black, shop minority, shop Indigenous, shop women-owned as just like a politic and as an ethic, as really like a religion. If there's a product that I can swap out from Target and just buy it from a small business, I will try to do that. This is not about being perfect and not about being a savior. It's just about doing what you can in areas that you can conveniently do it in order to support circularity, vote with your dollars, redistribute wealth to people who are just trying to make a humble living and create amazing things. Everyone who started these businesses is amazing. And when I say small business, I also want to make it clear. I think the technical definition of a small business is any business with under 200 employees. All these small businesses that I'm talking about today are like solopreneurs, or I think the biggest one is like a team of 3 or 4, or some of them are farms, so maybe they are other people they work with, but the founders are people who you can like go online and see them doing the things and touch like directly, learn about from who they are and what they do directly. Also, before we start, consumption is a problem because people overbuy things, and I know I'm doing a haul and I use the word haul or anti-haul, whatever, but I want you guys to not just buy things because like they're there. I want you to think about the things that you want to buy. And if you like these businesses, go ahead and support them if you think that someone could actually use them. Or if you really actually genuinely want to try it and you know you're going to buy it and actually try it and dispose of it correctly, like whatever remains of it. But I'm not saying this so that you could run out and flood. No, I think these business owners really do need your support financially. But also, I don't think I know any single one of them that is just saying, yo, buy my thing to waste it or buy my thing to hoard it. If we keep supporting the businesses, like they will be there and to create more things for you. So don't feel the need to have to rush. But yeah, so just a word on that, because I know I'm doing a haul and I'm showing you businesses support, and it's weird for me to just say, oh, you don't have to buy anything, but like you really don't have to buy anything if you really have no use for it. Like, so keep that in mind. Okay, so I want to get this out of the way. I'm going to start with my businesses. I'm a small business owner, and I sell semi-cured gel nail wraps called Angela. Angela means nails in my language. I am Ugandan American, first generation, and I wanted to create something that was easy to put on if you want to get your nails done. People have a lot of complaints about the nail industry. These are semi-cured, so that means they are made of gel nail polish, and they have a medical adhesive that sticks to your nails. It will not damage your nails. You can have either solid colors or you can have designs like these. These are two of my best sellers. This one is called Gilded Blue. It's navy with specks of gold and navy flowers with specks of gold in that as well. It's beautiful. And this one is called Brown Skin Girl, and that's with the Beyonce song. My tagline for these is nails wrapped in culture, because a lot of them are designed after things directly from my culture, like the flag, or in dedication to people like my aunt who loves flowers, called Bimuli. A lot of them are named in my language, just like the title of the business called Angela. So just wanting to like sprinkle through my culture there. Also, when I say culture, I also mean like art, music, television. So we have some named after Beyonce. We have some based on The Wiz, which is the black version of The Wizard of Oz, starring Nipsey Russell, Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, produced and created by Quincy Jones. You do need a UV lamp to cure the nails, like to make them hard. A lot of people ask me like, do I have to use it? I do recommend, if you want to get the worth out of the nails, they can last over 2 weeks. So I would really suggest having a UV lamp. I do sell a UV lamp. If you have a UV lamp at your house, any UV lamp works. You don't have to buy mine. For those concerned about UV, you have to cure each hand for 2 minutes, I recommend. It'll be the same UV exposure as being in the sun for the same amount of time. So if you're worried about that, is the spiel on the lamp. So if you want to wrap your nails in culture, I had a little story behind like each wrap. You can check out my site at angela.co to go ahead and look at those. They are under $15. The packaging is recyclable. There's some things to come in 2025 that you will see that we are making efforts to move towards more sustainability, like reducing the size of this package. But this is my first business called Angela. My second business is called Mutima, which means heart. My tagline for this one is beauty with a pulse, boom boom, because heart, get it, pulse, heart, heartbeat. These are 100% compostable multi-use makeup sticks. So these go on your lips, your cheeks, your eyes, highlighter, contour, whichever you like. I do have 6 shades of this. And the reason why I made this is just like the nails, like I create solutions for myself first and foremost, and then I like to share them with you guys. So the nail thing is like, I wanted to get my nails done sometimes and I was never going to go pay to do them. I didn't know how to paint my nails myself. So it's just easier, especially with designs, if you just stick them on. So Angela was born. And for this, like I'm a lip girly and I would want to sometimes wear blush and eyeshadow, but I wouldn't wear it enough to justify buying a whole one. So I knew I wanted to make makeup. So I was like, okay, if I make it multi-use, then that will condense the consumption of having at least 3 different products into one. And if I wanted to throw it onto my cheeks or my eyes or have a little highlighter on my décolleté, then I could very well also do that with these. I have 6 shades. The darker ones are cream shades. I do have the brown one on right now, just a little for you. Don't ask me what the noises I make are, I just make them. So I do have the brown one on, it's called Chano. Each one is named after one of my friends. This is the gold one called Manuka Honey. It's actually in tribute to my goat, Francesca Medina, aka Hey Friend Hey, who, if y'all know, back in the day, started on YouTube making products. I do make these myself. And her fan base, like, is called the Manuka Honeys. So like I'm deal with Manuka Honey. So this goldish brown is dedicated to Fran, but I have 6 shades in total, and these are 100% compostable, because I truly believe that with this particular product that was possible, that if you drop this in the woods full, like with whatever's inside in the tube, it would just decompose and go back to the earth in like a matter of like maybe 2 to 3 weeks based on the conditions. So 100% compostable makeup that's high performing. I did work with a chemist to create these, so they're really, really good, but all natural, less than 10 ingredients, safe for eczema skin. safe for acne prone skin. They won't clog your pores, they won't irritate your skin. So if you would like to try some compostable makeup that is high pigment, small batch, I make it myself, hand pour it myself. All my ingredients are ethically sourced from small businesses / local businesses / family owned businesses. You can try my Matuma makeup sticks at matuma.co. Okay, this is a Lit Gels household. This is a Lit Gels household. I know what you're thinking. You're like, girl, don't you sell nail wraps? Isn't this your competitor? So fight me then. I love Lit Gels. When I started doing nail wraps, I eventually got my way into the nail wrap group on Facebook. And some dear friends, like shout out to Naomi, shout out to Anna from Germany. Anna quickly introduced me to Lit Gels, and she was like, yo, the founder of Lit Gels is so nice. I think you guys would get along. So I hit up Julie. Let me tell y'all something. Julie is so kind. Like, she quite literally taught me a lot of things about nail wraps. Like, I already made my business, I already launched my business, I already been running it for a while, but Julie helped me. Julie supported my business. We did a swap where I sent her some, she sent me some, and she literally made a video for me. She promotes me, we promote each other, because it's not competition, it's collaboration, and just taught me an important lesson and showed me an amazing kindness. Also, her wraps are delicious. Let me show you my favorite one. This is my favorite one. I love blue. Blue's my favorite color. But this right here, Keepsake. This is a dope one. Fire Opal. Opal's my birthstone. Yeah. She has so many shades. So guys, please, there are 2 nail wrap girls right now, like, that you can support. You can support Angela. You can support Lit Gels. Please support Lit Gels. Check out her designs. She designs these herself as well. And she is so kind. She's such an amazing person, and a person who can just put their arms around someone like me who was new to an industry and really needed some serious advice on different things like shipping. And as you see, Julie has led the way also in like the sustainability. She's the first person I saw to do this flat packing. You see the difference between my box and her box? So Julie put me onto this, the flat packing. Shout out to Anna too, because she also suggested it. This flat packing, this is the future. Less packaging, so she's way ahead of me in the sustainability realm as far as goes to reducing waste and creating amazing products. Again, she also creates them in smaller quantities. Support a small business, a small woman-owned business. Julie is just, I can't sing Julie's praises enough. She really put her arms around me and just gave me the best advice. She's so funny. Her videos are so good. You should follow her on Instagram and see her videos when she's applying her nail wraps. It's so cinematic. Her and her husband make those. Support Julie and support Lit Gels. Miss Taina. Hey, Miss Taina. This is Sankofa Anacaona Botanicals, created by Afro Taina, amazing lady called Taina. Miss Taina is so dope. I vended 2 events back-to-back weekends, and we were put right next to each other each time. The first time we were both so busy, it was at Herbstock. Shout out to Herbstock and the community there. The first time it was at Herbstock, and we didn't get to speak to each other because it was insane. And then yesterday, we were both at the North American Indigenous Association's vendor market, and we finally got to speak to each other because also I got there early enough to like have time to speak. But guys, so this is a batch of products that I have not tried yet for myself, but I have seen 2 times the way people respond and the way repeat customers come to her booths, because she was flooded at Herbstock and at yesterday's trade market. So I've seen people come and buy her products repeatedly. Let's get into it. She sells teas. She makes jams. She makes this fire cider, which I'm gonna try for myself. It's like an immune booster. You could take it like medicine, like on a teaspoon, or you could put it in a drink. It has apple cider, onion, garlic, ginger, nettle, cayenne pepper, rose hemp. I'm making this face elderberry. I'm making these faces because, I mean, it's medicine. So, like, you know, I'm excited to try it. I really am. But, you know, it's going to be spicy. It's going to be spicy. But I'm so excited to try it. And speaking with Miss Taina, we got to speak so much yesterday. She is Afro-Taino. I mentioned that, from Dominican Republic. She is so tapped in to her indigenous roots, and she is so proud, and she's a teacher, and she can explain all her products and why she makes them and how she makes them to you all day. So I really, really, really vibed with her. To the point that I was sometimes stepping in, like when she had multiple customers, to be like, and the small ones are three for $20, because she's just so dope. Good vibes, good energy. So some of these I'm taking to Uganda. I have an aunt who would love to try these, so like I bought these for her so that like I'm gonna eat them too with her, but like she would love them. This is a peach pepper jam, and this is a strawberry aronia jam. She only makes her jams when her fruits are in season. So this is her last batch of jams that will be for this season. And this one has peach and scotch bonnet pepper. So I'm not going to be able to eat this because the seeds are still in it. It's going to be very, very spicy. And I'm a baby who can't eat spice. So that's why I bought it for my aunt. I know she'll love it. She'll also love the strawberry jam. Yo, you can smell her teas if you ever find her at a craft fair. This Besos de Cacao smells bomb. It has cacao, husk, lemongrass, ginger, cinnamon, rose hips, energizing, nourishing with antioxidants. This is vitamin C tea. It has lemongrass, cranberry, rose hemp, hibiscus. Yo, you can actually see the whole pieces of dried cranberry in there. The lemongrass obviously is like a big one. The hibiscus, guys, she sources all of her stuff. Either she grows it herself in her garden, or she sources it from local farms around her actual neighborhood. So when you buy this business, you are supporting local economies and a very intentional, wonderful, beautiful woman who's in touch with her roots and trying to continue indigenous traditions, bringing us wonderful products that are going to be either delicious treats like the jams, or they're just going to be like an everyday support and maintenance boost like her teas. Or maybe you can prevent or help aid in your wellness journey with the fire cider. So please support Sankofa, Anacaona, Botanicals. You can find her on Instagram. She does not have a website. We have to talk about this about small businesses. Some people don't have websites because like shipping is a lot and there's a lot of fees that go with it. Some people also intentionally want to support their local community. So if you're in the Boston area, definitely check her out. She does a lot of vendor markets, but please follow her on Instagram because she does do a lot of posts that just teach about indigenous culture and about her products. You can watch her soothingly make her products. And also, if you can't directly buy, does not mean that you can't use your social currency to follow her, to like her post, to comment, to interact with her, to just promote in the algorithmic space, to boost it to other people who can actually get access to her. So that's another way you can support her if you can't actually get her products. But yo, small batch, local, intentional. Get this. Shout out to Miss Taina. We're talking about tea, so let's keep spilling the tea. How corny is that? Whatever. So this is Uproot Teas. So I have not met Cindy. She's the owner of Uproot Teas, but Cindy is fantastic. I actually follow her on Instagram, and I have been following her for a while. And after the election, she did a post where she was giving out tea and sending tea for free to a certain amount of people because she just wanted to give people some warmth and let them, engage with her product, just as a way to kind of help out and soothe people's anxiety and make people feel better during a tough time. And I love that. But I had been following her before that. You can follow her. She's a forager, so she knows about like all of the local fruits and berries that she can eat in her area, and she goes on foraging trips, takes people to learn how to identify different fruits and berries and pick them. She is a girl who has a father who also grows a lot of fruit and sends her a lot of fruit, and if she has excess, she will send them to you. So follow her so maybe you can get her dad's locally grown fruit. Her family came from the farms in China and immigrated here and had her just for her to start a company that sells from farm to table tea. So that's a wonderful full circle story. Cindy wants to disrupt the colonial commodification of tea that exists now. And make it smaller, more intentional, and more impactful. So her tea, first of all, is zero waste tea. It comes in 100% compostable packaging. And she also sells these strainers so that you can like just put it directly in your cup, put the loose leaf tea in there. Obviously you can use this for a bunch of teas. And if you already have a strainer, you can use that strainer. But she also provides a strainer if you don't have one. She pays the farmers that she sources her tea from in Asia 50 times, 50 times the fair trade wage amount. 50 times. So how much do you think the fair trade wage amount is? She pays 50 times. Just like everyone who sells loose leaf tea, she is taking out 80% of the waste in the tea industry, because tea bags are mostly ever made from plastic, or they're like bleached, which I don't know why people are obsessed with making things white, like versus brown, and just keeping them in their natural, state so they're easier to decompose for the planet. But loose leaf tea in a strainer. This here is the Sencha green tea from Kyoto, Japan. I also hope to take this to Uganda for my aunt to try. My aunt loves tea, and she also really loves plants. So I'm like, she would love these teas. I would love to take them to her and like just have her drink different teas from different places. So please support Cindy. She is a fantastic follow. Even if you're not interested in tea, which by the way, you don't have to be interested in tea or have to know someone who is interested in tea, you can follow her and just learn about foraging, learn about Fruit Daddy, which is what she calls her dad. Like, a fantastic family. She also teaches you like different ways to use parts of fruit and vegetables that people typically throw out, so you can just like cook delicious meals with them. She's a great follow. And if you're in the market for some tea and want to support a small Asian-owned business that pays fair wages to tea farmers, support Uproots Tea. Oh, my fave, Chanel, my fave, Chanel, guys. Chanel, okay. Chanel found my page on Instagram one day, and then she like placed an order for a bunch of nail wraps, and I was like, who is this? So I went to her page, and first thing I saw actually is that she sells beeswax candles. So one thing you need to know about me is I only ever burn beeswax candles, because beeswax is super magical. First of all, she ethically sources it. Again, everyone on this list is intentional and makes sustainable efforts. Beeswax is one of nature's most magical creations because it purifies air. So when you're burning this candle, not only is it a clean burn because it's made with beeswax, but it also purifies the air. So it's not going to mask the scent of whatever you're trying to mask in your house. It's actually going to remove some of that scent and then add whatever scent she's put. This is called Candy Espresso. It is like coffee, vanilla, caramel. It smells like a Frappuccino. Like, it just smells super bomb. She expertly scents these candles. They burn so well and so long. I cannot stress enough how much I love these candles. Chanel, you are the bomb. She's also the mother of a sweet little boy who experiences eczema, and I believe Chanel experiences eczema herself. I also experience eczema, so I had to support her body care because this is her miracle butter for eczema. Yo, I have eczema. I struggle with eczema. I actually have eczema on my face, on my feet, sometimes on my hands, depending on the season when I have flare-ups. This body butter, it's packed with vitamins. It is so soothing. Like, if you know how it feels to have an eczema flare-up where your skin feels like it's burning, this is so soothing for it. And also, she sells a bunch of lather soaps. Some of them are scented, but she obviously has a bunch of them that are not scented because she, first and foremost, puts forth eczema care. This bar right here is a bar you can use mainly on your face and all of your body. You can also bathe children with it. Her body care products are family centered, so they're good for kids, good for adults who are experiencing eczema especially. Y'all, please support Chanel. One thing I'll say about Chanel, the day I'm recording this video is the 8th of December, 2024. On the 12th of December, she is taking down her website because she, it's hard for a small business when you have to navigate and switch things over and you don't have like a big team. So she does have to temporarily put down her website. She temporarily is putting down her website so that she can move it to like a better improved server. So guys, if you catch this before the 12th of December, she's having a huge 50% clear out sale because she is doing some business adjustments. If you catch this, buy her products before then, make that order before then. If you cannot, no pressure, follow her on Instagram or sign up for her email list, and she will let you know when she is back online. And you just simply have to try these products. Like, this is the only soap I use now for my face and my body. Multi-use, love it. And I use this cream all over my body, especially for winter. Chanel, you know you're my girl. Like, we haven't met in real life, but since we have known each other for the past few months, we have been a huge support to each other. So this is for you, girl. Shout out to you, shout out to your son, shout out to You Know Cares, which is the name of her business. And please support Chanel. She's in Georgia and she's doing a fantastic job. Beautiful soul, wonderful person. And stop doing orders behind my back, girl, because every time you order, I order. So shout out to you, Chanel. Thank you for your beautiful products. Don't forget the candle. And before I get off Chanel, let me just say, like, Beyonce and different celebrities sell candles. I think Beyonce's candle is $60 for like 8 ounces. Chanel's candle is $25 for 9 ounces. And it's beeswax, so it's not toxic. It's actually going to purify the air. It smells amazing. So instead of giving your money to like celebrity brands, I'm not saying you can't love Beyonce. I love Beyonce. I'm a huge fan of Beyonce. I have nails dedicated to Beyonce. But I'm just saying, like, maybe Beyonce doesn't need your money for a candle. You know, music, yeah, she's the only one who can give us the Beyonce songs, but we don't have to get our candles from Beyonce or any other musician or any other corporation. Support a small Black business. I promise you, those other candles will always be there. So try to put this kind of thing first. Honey Bear Naturals. Adrian. Hey, Adrian. Adrian and her brother started this company, one product, and I love when a business concentrates on one amazing thing. So we actually vended together maybe like a month ago. The kindest person. Like, she came over to my booth and she like bought some nail wraps and she was so sweet. And I was like, what you got going on over there, girl? She got honey and tallow face moisturizer. Yo, if you have not heard about the benefits of beef tallow, go ahead and find that. But this is a simple 3-ingredient, nutrient packed cream for your face. Again, I have eczema. This right here is fantastic. Adrian is so sweet. She lives like 20 minutes away from me. So we're trying to connect outside of the event that we vended at to talk a little bit more and share business tips, because like my girl Julie from Lit Gels taught me, like, you know, we got to help each other develop our businesses. So she's amazing. She does not have a website soon. That's one of the things that she's working on, but she does have an Instagram. And please be patient, like, with people like who are developing their brand online, because being online is not an easy thing, especially for social media and posting content. It's a lot of work. But if you're interested in beef tallow, you can follow her at Honey Bear Naturals. DM her. That's how you can get access to her product for now. But she is working on a website. Her and her brother are working on that website and working on easier ways to get this to you. Please be patient with small businesses. Like, this is not Amazon where you're going to get it like the immediate next day. Sometimes you have to like invest in people a little bit and watch them grow. So go follow her, give her your email, and you be on a list, and she'll let you know when these are available for order wide. But definitely DM her. Guys, it's a fantastic product. For someone who has eczema, I can say, like, this on my face especially, A1. Shout out to you, Adrian. Oh! Beauté Noir. Beauté Noir, child. So Beauté Noir is actually from a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine for years now. Her name is Michel-Ange. She is Haitian, Haitian American, and she has created this body butter line. What's significant about her body butter is that it's Caribbean based scents. So if you live in a place that is cold and dreary and you want to feel like you're on the beach in Haiti or in Dominican Republic or in Jamaica or in Turks, you can go ahead and try her body butters. This one is going to Uganda as well. I bought this as a gift. My aunt, quite frankly, stole my other one, so I don't have an unopened one to show you, but this body butter is so luxurious. It's scented so nicely. She has pineapple scent. She has papaya scents. This is the cocoa and shea cream. Y'all, you just gotta try her body butters, because if you want to lavish yourself and like close your eyes during your self-care routine and feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm in an island somewhere, whether even if you're in like a sunny place but it's not tropical, go ahead and buy Beauté Noir. Mikel, Sherry, love you, girl. You can tell she has a website. Like, just like the sweetest young lady. Hey, girl. Let's get into my Impact Botanicals. Okay, full disclosure again, I have not tried this product yet, but Rachel was right behind me at a booth at Herbstock, and she was actually one of the first people before it all started, mayhem. She came over and she bought a Maltese makeup stick, and she was just like, okay, I just gotta go because it's about to get crazy. When I say Rachel had the best energy, we were all so busy that day. That's also Miss Taina was there. We were kind of like in a triangle. We were all so busy, but they had this music and we were all just kind of dancing. And at once in a while, we would look at each other and be like, hey, girl. So we got to know each other, like, between customers. She actually has a master's degree. So she's a herbalist, and she makes all of these botanical body care products that are like nutrient and herb packed, that have all the benefits from herbs, and she mixes them all together. This is a hair serum. I told her sometimes I get thinning around my edges. Ladies, y'all know what that is. You get a little thinning around your edges, and she recommended this Nourish hair serum for me. I have not used it yet, but I will absolutely use it. I have to wash my hair before I use it. So I will maybe do an update on all the stuff that I haven't used that I'm gonna use, and I'll tell you guys how it worked for me. But like, I've seen Rachel in stores that I shop at, and stores that I'm trying to get my products into, the Zero Waste store. Shout out to Miss Maria at Uvita. I've seen Rachel there, and I'm just like, yo, I've seen your brand before. So people love and rave about this product. And when I tell you, the person who makes these products is so intentional and so knowledgeable and so kind. She does global impact initiatives like plastic waste reduction. So please, this is a zero waste product, comes in a glass container with a bamboo top. Please support. You can buy these online. Check out her website. She's just like a wealth of information. She also offered to help me navigate the zero waste space as a business. Like, so someone who's also trying to help boost other small business owners while giving us fantastic products. So please check out my Impact Botanicals. Rachel, you're doing amazing, honey. And I hope amazing people find their way to you and you help and impact more people. Peaceful Harvest Mushrooms. Okay. The same event that I was vending with Miss Taina and Rachel from my Impact Botanicals, a lovely young lady came up to my booth and bought a makeup stick. And she had told me that she works on a mushroom farm, and they make medicinal, not psychedelic, medicinal mushrooms. I have a lot of problems like concentrating, like suspected like ADHD. And she was like, oh, come by later and I'll talk to you about one of our products. So I ended up buying this lion's mane. I have been using it for a week. Here's what I'll say honestly. I'm not capping. Like, here's what I'll say honestly. I've been using this for a week. I've taken it like once or twice a day. I see a difference. And I'm not saying that like now I'm like hyper focused. No, but I'm saying that when I take this, I can sit down for like 2 hours and do something. Like 1 to 2. And that's me just taking one dropperful, like this amount. It says 1 to 2. But if I just take this amount and like put it directly to my mouth, like I don't know, so I can at least sit for like 1 hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours the most. I've sat down and actually did something with minimal getting on my phone to scroll in between. I have noticed a difference. I can say that for now I have. Again, I'm not giving you medical advice, but I'm just saying that she recommended this for me for when I said I have attention deficit problems. And she said, yo, try this. I bought it. She bought my thing. So I did pay for this. I'm not, this is not like some unpaid, unsolicited thing. And I have been using it for a week, and I can't say I have definitely noticed a difference. So I'll keep taking it. I'll talk to y'all maybe when the bottle's half done, all the way done, give you like, when I'm more intentional sitting down and like taking it methodically. The creator of this used to be a pharmaceutical engineer, and then his co-creator is a herbalist. So they're putting together products that they feel like are going to be good alternatives for pharmaceutical medicines. Obviously, like, not everything is an alternative for that. You know, if I break my leg, I'm going to the ER. But if there are alternatives that can work for people, why not try it? So look up Peaceful Harvest mushrooms. I'll put their link down below. And as I can say, this at least is doing a difference for me. And she was so sweet. Reclaiming indigeneity. Reclaiming indigeneity. Miss Rosa, I met Miss Rosa just yesterday. And so this is not a project I have not tried yet, but we talked for a long time about the state of the world and about our beliefs, so we have the same values. She was raised Colombian and Jewish in Canada, and she wanted to get more in touch with her indigenous roots from Latin America. So she started trying to reclaim her indigeneity, and part of that practice is getting into the medicinal side of things. So I did buy her Mexican oregano drops. This is supposed to help with fight cold and flu or prevent cold and flu in this time. I have not tried these yet, but I do intend to take these. It's cold and flu season, and I have to travel hopefully to Uganda, be on a plane, which y'all have just given up on covering your coughs and sneezes, so I'm gonna need this. So yeah, I'm going to use this and let you know, but she is a wonderful, very intentional person, and I do believe that if you look at her stuff and want to give her stuff a try, I think it's definitely worth it because she's fantastic. Airy Jewelry and Gallery. Hey, Miss Maya. Maya is a friend of mine. I met her over a few months ago. She actually bought some nail wraps maybe like 3-4 months ago, and then she told me about her art gallery that I was going to show her artwork that reflected black afro hair texture, like locks and curls and kinks. So I went to that, and we've just been supporting each other ever since. She makes jewelry, wire jewelry, modern, minimal, intentional. These are flower petals with a pearl inside. Beautiful, beautiful jewelry. This is actually a jacket. I love these. I have worn these before to an event, and I want to shout out Maya. She also has a pop-up until February if you're in the Boston area. She does sell online, but she has a pop-up in the Boston area, in Brookline to be exact. So you can go in and shop, support her pop-up while it still stands. But she's a wonderful soul, and she makes wonderful products. So go support Maya. A lovely piece is by a wonderful soul named Anna. Anna's actually in Australia, and we did meet online. She's a lovely, lovely person. And her jewelry, I don't have the jewelry currently because I did gift them to my nieces in May. But I will put pictures of when I first got the jewelry and when I was wearing it. They're such beautiful pieces, and I just really felt my nieces had a birthday in June, and I wanted to have that tradition of like gifting your nieces jewelry. So I went ahead and did that. That was really beautiful. So her jewelry is currently in Uganda right now. I'll try to get them to take pictures of it and send them to her. But her jewelry is designed to give people hope. She currently has bipolar disorder. So she is a wonderful example of destigmatizing mental health and giving people hope and making people feel seen and feel beautiful with her wonderful jewelry that's so empowering and so beautiful. And she does ship worldwide because I'm in the US, and she shipped to me from Australia. So check out her site. She may be able to ship to you, but her pieces are handmade and so intentional, and she's a lovely, lovely spirit. So shout out to you, Anna girl. I hope you're doing wonderful. I saw you're featured in so many publications and magazines now. I love that you're growing. I support you, and you know I got you. So try a lovely piece jewelry. It's fantastic. And last but absolutely not least, we have Rex Wraps. So Rex Wraps, Rex as in like T-Rex, is made by a wonderful young lady named Alexa or Arexa. I met her at a vending event maybe like 3-4 weeks ago, and these are all her gemstone rings. I got like maybe like 12 of them. They're so cool. They're just completely made of different gemstones like tiger's eye, amethyst, rose quartz. Alexa is obsessed with dinosaurs. Since she was a kid, she's obsessed with dinosaurs, she's obsessed with fossils, she's obsessed with rocks, she's obsessed with gemstones. So all of her jewelry is made with gemstones. She hand makes a lot of necklaces. These are her rings that she sells that I bought because I love rings. I actually wear her rings all the time. I usually stack 2 at a time depending on what kind of mood I'm trying to be in. Usually I have the amethyst one and the rose quartz one stacked on top of each other on my ring finger all the time. But she is so knowledgeable about gems. She will tell you what each stone means, what it represents, what kind of properties and energies that align with it. So she's super knowledgeable, super intentional with her work. beautiful pieces. Her necklaces and bracelets are a little bit more expensive, but she's a jeweler, so she makes them herself, and she loves what she does. Just like a wealth of knowledge, a beautiful spirit. If you want jewelry from the earth that comes from a beautiful soul that loves the earth, she tells a story that when she was little, they would go on road trips and she would pick up rocks from one place in the country and then like put them in another place in the country. She thought it was like this fun game of like, I don't know who the fun game was on, but she felt like she was like doing something like, oh, I'm playing a little trick on the earth, or like, oh, let me bamboozle the earth, which is so sweet and so genuine. So that's Rex Raps, like T-Rex the Dinosaurs by Alexa, aka Alexa. Fantastic person, fantastic work. I think this is the longest video I've ever done, but I'm so passionate about small businesses. I'm so passionate about small businesses. There's more than one reason to support small businesses, especially in the time that we're in currently, when if you're in America, you just know that there's about to be a lot of corporate sponsorship of the government. You know that there's about to be less regulation and more propping up of wealthy billionaires and corporations that are taking jobs, taking money out of our economies, hoarding a lot of wealth. And I think that's a wonderful reason to support small businesses. Better for the planet, better for our communities. Redirect money out of corporations and wealthy people who don't really care and put back into our communities. And I know some people say like, oh, some organizations have nonprofits that put into our communities. Yeah, maybe. But it's just better to just put money directly into people's hands who you know are supporting and circulating money already intentionally. That's at least I think that's what I think. I just love small businesses, and there's so many people doing so many amazing things. I sweat everybody that I mentioned here today because they're just super fantastic. So even outside the holiday season, if you are interested in these products, check them out. If you're not interested in these products and know someone who is, refer them to them. And please don't shop with like a hyper-consumption mindset. This is not Shein. We're not saying like, shop till you drop. If you know you're going to use something, buy it. Otherwise, leave more for other people who will actually use it. If you want to gift them, gift them. If you just want to use your social currency to support, to comment, to follow, to like and engage with people's content, there is more than just consuming the products that we sell. Some of us just tell stories. Social media is also for entertainment, so you can follow people to be entertained and to help them boost their algorithmic presence. I don't know if that's a thing, but I just said it. So yeah, support small businesses for those reasons. I also love refill stores. So I'm going to try to develop a video on resale stores and thrift stores, because shopping secondhand is also amazing. Just to shout out a few quickly here, Uvita is Boston's first zero waste store. So I'll link it there. You can shop online there. You can go in the North End and visit her. Also, Merry-Go-Rounds. Oh, fantastic young lady, both women owned. Merry-Go-Rounds is a children's consignment store, so you can take your children's clothes there. Kids go very quickly. Don't throw your kids' clothes away. Try not to donate them. See if you can take them to Merry-Go-Rounds to get some money back on them and to like help give them a new life with owners who also need clothes for their children. At Uvita, you can refill your shampoo, your conditioner, your hand sanitizer. You can also get small products. Uvita actually does also sell my makeup sticks because she believes in supporting small, locally owned business. You can get my makeup sticks and my Impact Botanicals at Uvita. So get into that. You can also swap clothes at Uvita. You can also swap plants at Uvita. You can also buy plants at Uvita. Fantastic store. I would be remiss to not bring up V for Vib. This is period care, zero waste. They have a reusable cup, which is really easy to use. I'm not someone who like feels empowered by having a menstrual cycle. The easy menstrual products that you can use, like the better. So it feels good to support. This is a 3-team company. Lovely young ladies. I met them at an event celebrating like people who menstruate, and they have a fantastic product. Their pads and tampons are also biodegradable within, I think, 120 days. So you can also buy their pads, their tampons, just like a lovely team of people. We like laughed, we danced a little bit, we celebrated menstrual cycles, and small business that is trying to make menstrual period care accessible for people who menstruate around the world. So support V for Viv. I don't have any Freedom Cups right now, but you can also support Freedom Cups, which my cousin is on the board for, and her wonderful friend owns a company, and they do a lot of work giving period care to people in Uganda, where I'm from. So Freedom Cups is also a very, very good option. It's just, they just have the cup. So good, reasonable option for period care, good sanitary, sterile period care that's good for the environment, good for people, helping people out. I also mentioned that I will do clothing. 40% of the clothes I own are specifically Black owned. I have like one Indigenous brand that I have bought so far, but as an ethic, I really try to make sure I practice what I preach. I didn't feature any clothing in this video because I think clothing and clothing waste is a whole separate thing, but I do own a lot of small, sustainable Black owned brands as well. I want to get with a wonderful young lady named Sarah. She's on here. She talks about sustainability in clothing. There's another lovely young lady named Janet in Kenya who goes to a site where Western countries dump their clothes in Kenya. And so I'm working on some stuff with those two to talk about clothing specific issues. So look forward to that in the future. But for now, check out these businesses. I want to still support this cause. Like, comment, just to boost this in the algorithm. Watch this video, share this video, subscribe for more content like this. Again, my name is Katasa Gajuvi, and I'm just a girl who's trying. You know, we're all trying. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time.